Hello friends, welcome you all. Today in this lecture we have planned to discuss the fundamental analysis, its meaning and its nature. Fundamental analysis is very important to analyze financial market securities or any type of securities. In fact, it is a way to find the best quality instrument in the financial market. So it is very essential to do fundamental analysis before investment. There are two types of uh, investor. We can say that one is trader and another is investor. So these two types of market players in the financial market: technical analyst, which uses graph, charts and other indicators of momentums, but fundamental analyst uses fundamental analyst uses its overall ratios, financial parameters and other aspects of a particular security to invest long term. So investors are those who invest for quite a long period, long time investors. Investors generally invest for a long time, and the traders who take the benefit of fluctuations in the prices of securities in a very short term or in a short term. So traders are those who uses technical analysis, and the investors who uses fundamental analysis. So today we are going to discuss the nature and various aspects of the fundamental analysis, its meaning and nature. So there are two types of analysis in the any kind of security in the financial market. First is fundamental analysis, and other one is technical analysis. So as I said, technical analysis analyst uses some charts, some moving averages, some kind of indicators, momentum indicators, and fundamental analyst uses quantitative plus qualitative analysis of any security or any financial instrument. So let us focus on the fundamental analysis. Later on we will discuss the technical analysis in the next lecture. So there are two important methods of fundamental analysis. That is, first one is qualitative analysis and second is quantitative analysis. In case of technical analysis, charts, moving averages and other momentum indicators used. So we are going to discuss only in this lecture fundamental analysis. So as I said you, fundamental analysis is used by investors. So those who invest for a long term period. So like all the famous great stock market investors or investors in financial market, that is Warren Buffett, then Benjamin Graham, John Templeton, then John Bogle, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. So these people, these persons are investors, and all such famous and great stock market investor used fundamental analysis. So they do not take the advantages of short term momentum of any security, price of any security, but they invest for a quite a long period, and they do fundamental analysis first, and then invest in that particular quality stocks. So let us discuss what is fundamental analysis. So what is fundamental analysis first? the fundamental analysis is the art. So is an art. So what is art? Art means something skillfully, something skill you have. So fundamental analysis is also the an art of evaluating the intrinsic value of a stock to find long term investing opportunities, not for short term. So fundamental analysis, what it does, it find out the intrinsic value of a stock and find long term investing opportunity. So what is intrinsic value? So intrinsic value is the anticipated or calculated value of a company, or a company stock or any financial instrument, currency or any other product. So it includes a tangible and intangible factors to calculate this type of intrinsic value. So intrinsic value is also called the real value, and it may or may not be the same as the current market value. So intrinsic value is the real value. So market value may be undervalued. Suppose the market value currently going on in the stock market, suppose it is 1000 rupees, but stock or a particular financial instrument, if have the more intrinsic value, so it is called real value. So it suppose intrinsic value or real value is 1500. So stock or that particular share will increase from 1000 to 1500. So this intrinsic value is the price increasing opportunity or the real value of the stock in the future. So with the help of fundamental analysis, the investor can find out future growth, or it can predict the future growth. It can anticipate the future value and real value on the basis of different parameters of that particular share or stock. So in a simple word, fundamental analysis is a method of measuring a security's intrinsic value. So by examining related economic and financial factors, fundamental analysts study anything that can affect the security's value. So fundamental analysts study all the parameters or all the factors which can affect the securities value, shares values, or any financial instrument values in the long term. So from macroeconomic factors such as the state of the economy and industry conditions to microeconomic factors like the effectiveness of the company's management, etc. So all the factors which are studied in the fundamental analysis to find out intrinsic value of the stock or share. So in a nutshell, we can say that fundamental analysis is a method of determining stock's real or fair market value. Suppose something short term thing happens in the economy, or something bad news come into the market or come into the economy, and the value of the share decreases. For example, in a period of corona pandemic, it happens that all these stocks prices, due to the bad news about the coronavirus, decreased, but that was not the real value of stock. So the fundamental analysis what does, fundamental analyst find out the future value of the stock on the basis of studying different ratios and different parameters of the particular stock. So fundamental analysts search for stocks that are currently trading at prices that are higher or lower than their real value. So fundamental analysis find out that the intrinsic value or real value is less than current market price or more than current market price. Suppose fundamental analyst find out that the real value of the stock or share is less than current market, more than current market price, then and then only fundamental analyst or investor will invest that particular stock. So that is the reason these great investors do fundamental analysis to find out future value of the stock. If the fair market value is higher than the market price, the stock is deemed to be undervalued and a buy recommendation is given. So fair or real value or intrinsic value is higher than market price, then stock is deemed to be undervalued, or it is called undervalued stock or share, and buying recommendation is given to purchase that particular stock or share. So in contrast, technical analysts ignore the fundamentals in favor of studying the historical price trend of the stock. So technical analysis in analyst, what they do? They study the historical movement or historical trend of price of that particular stock, and on the basis of that they predict about the movement of the stock, and they take the benefit of the short term fluctuation of the particular stock or share. So in a nutshell, we can say that the fundamental analysis, that is we call FA, is a holistic approach to study a business. So what is holistic approach? A holistic approach means it is a business approach, and a holistic business approach is a relatively new concept. So that is increasingly being accepted by the business world. So it means considering all the components of a business, entire organization, process and policies, instead of focusing only on its specific components. So holistic approach means considering all the factors, all the process, all the policies, all the factors, instead of focusing only on specific component. So fundamental analysis covers all the factors which affect the business of that particular company, or the price of that particular share or stock. So when an investor wishes to invest in a business for the long term, say 3 to 5 years, it becomes extremely essential to understand the business from various perspectives. So it is critical for an investor to separate the daily short-term noise in the stock prices and concentrate on the underlying business performance. So generally investors or the fundamental analyst separate the day-to-day noises in the prior stock prices and concentrate on the underlying business performance. So basically the real value of any stock or any price is depend on the business performance of that particular company, or the business the overall performance of business, and the success of that business. So not on the daily movement in the prices. So over the long term, the stock prices of a fundamentally strong company tend to appreciate, so thereby creating wealth for its investor. So the stock prices, how stock prices changes or appreciate, it's depend on fundamentally strong company. So those companies are the business of companies are fundamentally strong. The companies uh, the business model is fundamentally strong. The prices of such a stock or share tend to appreciate or increases in the future. So friends, I think you got the idea what is fundamental analysis. Now there are types of fundamental analysis. First is qualitative analysis and second one is quantitative analysis. So qualitative analysis depend on ratio analysis, earning projections and all other factors, and quantitative analysis is depend on industry structure, management analysis, corporate governance, earnings quality, asset liability analysis, etc. So the major difference here is qualitative analysis analyzes all such factors which affect business performance of a company, which we cannot quantify or which cannot be measured in a numbers or cannot be measured in a quantitative terms. But in case of quantitative analysis, we can analyze, or the analyst can analyze all such factors which affect the stock price or performance of a company or performance of a particular business, which can be quantified or which can be write in numbers. So basically quantitative analysis includes various ratios. Here in this particular slide I have mistakenly written ratio analysis, earning projections under head of qualitative analysis, but it comes under quantitative, and all these factors mentioned under quantitative analysis we should have, I should have written under the qualitative analysis. So what is qualitative analysis? Already I have told you, qualitative analysis means the all the factors which cannot be quantified or which cannot be write in a number. So for example, nature of business, the business model of the company, the brand value of the company, the reputation, goodwill of the company, then market position of the company, then quality of management, then corporate governance, the honesty of management, then quality of earnings, then nature of assets and liabilities. So all the factors come under the qualitative analysis of a company. So uh, both the analysis have same important. For example, qualitative analysis, suppose management is not honest, what will happen to the strong fundamentals, strong quantitative fundamentals? If earning ratio is higher but the management is not honest, so business is going to collapse in the future. If corporate governance is not good, then in the future business going to affect. So qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis both are the very important analysis of any business performance or to predict any stock prices. So what are the factors which we study under the fundamental analysis under the two heads, that is qualitative fundamentals and quantitative fundamentals. So under the qualitative fundamentals, as I discussed with you, we study business model of the company. So model of the business, how it works, then management of company, who is the managers, the persons and their qualifications, their reputations, their image, uh, of the members of the board of directors. So management, how management works, or board of directors, or how management takes the decision is important, fundamental. Then competitive advantage. Who are the competitors of that particular company? The competitive, then what we can say that in a competitive in that particular business, where company stands, means where it is very competitive or have advantage than other competitors, or it have the disadvantage compared to its competitors. So what is the competitive advantage for that particular business or company, and uh, who are the competitors for that particular business or company. Then corporate governance. So how the governance works under the from top management to the uh, sweeper boy in the company. So from the fourth class employee to the top management, how it governs, how they have the system to works. Then customer base, how customers prefer for that business, how customers react, how they demand to the company's product. So and how much customers are stick up to the that particular product or business, or how uh, customer base build up by the company. Then market share among competitors, how much market share a company belongs or business belongs. Then industry growth and business cycles. Business cycles affect that particular company or not. For example, business cycle, the coronavirus came and the pharma company got the more demand. Auto company lose their demand. So like that, how business cycle affect the business. Then pending legal cases against company. If there are pending legal cases are there, some disputes are going on, if something is legal going on against company, so what is the nature of that thing? So this can affect future growth or future performance of the company. Along with that, basic products and services of the company, business model we have discussed, brand of that particular company. So customers, the traditional customers tend to stick up to a particular brand. What is the brand of that? What type of brand company have or not? It affects the company's future growth of or business performance. Then services, service quality, and what services they provide with to the customers or to the clients. Then product research. Research and R&D, research and development is very important for any business or any company. Then future products, if any plan company have or business has future product for future products. Then growth plan, then management. So all these things we can analyze under the qualitative fundamentals. In case of quantitative fundamentals, we study the things which can be right in the number, or we can quantify the such factors. For example, audited balance sheet, audited profit and loss account, then statement of cash flow, then different types of ratio analysis, for example PB ratio, PE ratio, then another PES. Again, annual report of the company. So all these ratios we study under the quantitative fundamentals in the fundamental analysis. So here we have to discuss in a greater detail in next lectures these types of ratios or quantitative fundamentals. So here overall factors I have mentioned here which affect the company's or business performance studied under the fundamental analysis. For example, macroeconomic factors, the GDP growth, government policies, monetary policies, then business cycles. Macroeconomic actually includes all the broader parameters or macroeconomic parameters which going on in the economy. Then industry, then external factors, internal factors, financial position of the company, management quality, management fraud or management honesty, then size, age and ownership. So size of the company also matters. So it is small cap company, it is large cap company, micro cap company, or the size of the company in the market or market value of the company is also matters in the uh, fundamental analysis. And age of the company, it is newly established or it is startup or it is very old, that is also matters. And ownership also. So who belongs that company? If foreign investor FIIs have higher share, or domestic investors have higher shares, or management have the higher shares, the share of the mutual fund investors, financial institutions, then what can we say, the pledged shares means the, if promoters have the shares but uh, have the pledged shares, number of shares which are pledged for taking the loan or for any other reasons. So these things also affects the company's performance or company's future business growth. So here we can discuss the nature of fundamental analysis. So here in case of fundamental analysis, we study economy analysis, then industry analysis, company analysis, and under the company analysis, if we study the broader factors which affect the business, that is economy analysis, or we can say that macroeconomic factors. In case of industry analysis, what is going on that particular industry, where that particular business or company belong. And next is company analysis. Now we come to the company analysis. Company analysis means the all the parameters which we can take into account and analyze, and we can analyze all the business performance of a company. Under that we study return on equity, ROE, then earning per share, EPS we called it, then debt to equity ratios, then price earning ratios, then a market capitalization, a return on asset, that is we called it ROA, price sales ratio, price to book ratio. So all these ratios and fundamental parameters are studied in the fundamental analysis. On the other hand, technical analysis, under the technical analysis we study simple moving averages, exponential moving averages, then relative strength index, moving averages, convergence and divergence, and on balance volume. So all these things we study under the technical analysis. So later on we are going to discuss technical analysis. First let us today we have covered all the fundamental fundamental aspects of fundamental analysis. So friends, uh, that much in this today's lecture we have seen the meaning of the fundamental analysis, why it is necessary, methods of fundamental analysis and technical analysis, then why fundamental analysis is important, and how the famous stock market investor uses fundamental analysis. Then we have discussed the meaning of fundamental analysis with the examples and discussion. Types of fundamental analysis we have done: qualitative analysis, the factors which are studied under the qualitative analysis, and the factors under the qualitative and quantitative analysis. And the factors we have studied the affecting performance of company, and the next is nature of fundamental analysis. So friends, that much in this today's lecture. In the next lecture we will cover the next aspect of the fundamental analysis in the next lecture. I'm going to post a Marathi video also on the same topic, because if some students find it difficult to understand English, then you can refer and you can listen Marathi video also. Thank you. Write your name in the comment box. Thank you for watching. See you in the next lecture. Bye bye.